And oh wow, we have to talk about that. Man City's crisis continued last night. They lost 2-0 away to Juve in the Champions League. That result means it's just one win in the last 10 games for Pep. And he sides it 22nd in the Champions League. Within those 10 games, they've also lost 7 of them. In the Premier League, they sit 4th, 8 points behind leaders. Liverpool also have a game in hand. Emmanuel, are you surprised?
Yes.
Just how much the wheels have fallen off? I don't think it's a blip. I think now there is a massive problem. I don't know what it is, but I mean, wow.
I didn't see that coming, to be honest with you, and it's quite a surprise to look what's happening actually at City. I watched the game yesterday, and I didn't recognize them again. So it's been like this for weeks now. And I had a weird feeling at the end of the game. I thought to myself, that reminds me something, back in days with the national team, with friends. When we used to win every single game for years, we won the World Cup, the European tournament. We've been unbeatable for at least 6 years. We beat every single team in the world. And all of a sudden, in 2002, when we came to the Asian World Cup, been trashed just like that. And I remember, the look of the players inside the dressing room after we were out of the competition. And it was like nobody could understand what happened. No explanation at all.
Do you see it coming at all?
I think it was the end of the story,
Okay.
I think we were getting old and we were not starved anymore. And the spine of the team was not the same we used to 6 or 7 years before that. And when I look at Manchester City yesterday, I had the same feeling. The spine of the team is aged. The top players are not there anymore, starting from Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, for example, but they are not the only ones, on the pitch. And I had exactly the same feeling. That's why when I look at Pep Guardiola, he's carrying himself, and I think he doesn't have any clue, any ideas what's going on, what kind of solution he can bring, to change, to reverse the situation. So I had exactly this feeling yesterday when I watched them, the same look, the way they look at themselves. We expect someone to get the solution, but no one can get it, because there is no solution actually. Because when I look back, a few months ago on the transfer market, Manchester City didn't spend a lot of money on transfer market. I think they should have brought more energy, into the team, to get a new circle,
Yeah.
And this is why I think after winning so much trophy for 6-7 years, you cannot expect to win forever, with the same players. That's not possible. And it happened right now. That's my explanation.
And when you look at the team, I don't think anyone's questioning how good Pep is. I mean, what he's done throughout his career, winning big trophies.
He's the best.
He's the best, right?
Yes.
Is this where we really see, not because I think it's a little bit unfair to say, right, now we'll see how good he really is, because we know how good he is. But do you think this is probably the most difficult patch in his career?
Yes.
As a manager?
Yes. I think, look what happened last week, in the street. Did you see that?
The
video?
fan, yeah.
Yes.
When he bit.
When you are Pep Guardiola, you are probably the best manager for the last decade. You have won so many trophies, You've been the reference in England, but as well in Europe. And all of a sudden, someone talk to you, in the bad way, and you stop. You want to fight with him. That means, for me, something very important. So, if I am Pep Guardiola, I'm thinking, okay, say whatever you want. I've won so many things. I'm the best. So, actually, I'm going through a difficult time with my players, but I am still the best. So why are you answering to that guy? You should be confident. He's so nervous, actually, and he realized after the game yesterday that probably he doesn't have an idea to get a solution. To change the situation. That's worrying me the most.
Let me ask you: when Sir Alex Ferguson left Man United after we last won the title in 2013, there was lots of criticism from people saying that he didn't build that squad and leave it in a good place for David Moyes, who came in afterwards. It was an ageing squad. I understand that argument. I don't necessarily agree, but I can see why the argument's there. When you look at Man City's squad at the moment and the midfield, they're not getting any younger. They're all sort of either moving up to 30 or the wrong side of it as well. There's question marks over some defenders. The goalkeeper's been linked to a move away as well. They've only got one striker. All of these, they are problems, all of these. Are you surprised that Pep and Man City have let it get to this situation? Why wasn't this seen before?
I'm surprised that Pep didn't want more players, during the transfer market. I'm surprised that he thought to himself, with these players, I've won so many things. I know that I can still win things with them, knowing that they took 6-7 years from that. They get edge, I have for me the best example is Silva. Silva for the last 2 years was amazing on the pitch. From the start of the season, he's nowhere. He doesn't get petrol anymore, and he cannot run the same way. The movement, the confidence, technically as well, tactically, all the players, they are not playing the same way. They are not structured the same way defensively. They are making so many basic mistakes. Commitment as well, concentration. So how can you explain that? Because they are not winning games, they're losing confidence. I think it's a simple answer. I think something's deeper, There is something deeper, And for me, the only definition I can get, from that is those guys, they are getting so old. They are not the same anymore, and there is troubles with top players. I think the relationship with Pep Guardiola. That I can see that from Kevin De Bruyne, for example. That's my opinion. Maybe you don't share the same opinion with me, but I have the feeling that he's not there anymore, Kevin De Bruyne, because he's tired and fed up with the relationship he has with Pep Guardiola.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.